All right, I think we're live. Not quite sure. Pretty sure we're live. Yeah, I think we are. Kind of mirrored backwards. Don't know if I can follow anything like that. Okay, I think we're live on YouTube, so I'm going to do this and hopefully it works out for you guys. Uh, Busy couple months. We sold a lot of stuff. First year on eBay. First Q4 with real Q4. I think it was good. So let's just get started. This will bring us right into December 1st. I don't want to do too many items on this video in case the video doesn't work out. So let's get into it right now. Justice Activity Monitors. I picked up 6 of these in an auction and didn't think they were going to sell. They just started selling in November. I sold 5 out of 6 of them in Q4. $15 a pop. I think I might have had $4 or $5 into them each, maybe. I don't even remember. So not a lot of profit, but good flip. This is Giant Meds, bigger pop, bigger size box. It ended up going to Nova Scotia or Newfoundland or something like that. They paid a lot for shipping. I had a little damage down here in the window. I don't know if you can see that. I think we pointed out here, kind of deal. So, but we got $14 for it. They probably paid $30 in shipping to get it there. Now, I don't want to exercise talking about bolos or whatever you want to call it. Be on the lookout for. But here's an interesting product, an interesting story. I don't know if I've completely touched on the story, but what this is a talking caller ID box with a large screen. It's supposed to display who's calling on a landline and then tell you what basically the information that's on the screen there. But you see the stock image there with the big, bright, or black letters with the bright back. Let's just face it, guys. The product is nothing like that, and it kind of sucks. We got 60 of these in an auction. I sold about 35 of them, and we got a lot of turns. A lot of people not happy with the quality of the product, and I don't blame them. There was a few other things that could have been better about the product, but I don't get into that. The thing is about this product is it's unique, and not a lot of people have reproduced or done the same thing, which is weird because it doesn't seem to be like, it's not high technology. It's just a bigger screen and it talks, but really it's just dictation. I mean, it's not new technology. But anyhow, got a lot of returns. I sold 36 of the 60, I think it was. I ended up piecing off the last 15 units to a buyer in the States. He bought me out. Pretty sure he's a competitor, and he just wanted to pretty much take me off the market, and I was fine with that. We had already made a lot of money on the lot, and it was time to stop distributing them. I didn't want to deal with the returns, the pissed off people, and ultimately risk bad feedback. So I'm glad I got out. I sold them for cheaper than I was retailing them at, but now I look him up and let's just say he's asking an arm and a leg for these things. Far more than I ever believed there were. I thought I was charging too much. Anyhow, don't want to get into the personal reasoning behind it, but it is a good selling product, but I wouldn't recommend getting into it. You see the connections come out on the top here. There we go. And, who wants wires hanging out at the top? As you see, it is battery powered or adapter powered there, but it doesn't come with an adapter, so you got to run it on batteries. And the batteries don't last long, apparently, which is another issue with the product. Anyhow, that is what it is. And off to this Office board game here. I picked this up, maybe got $3 or $4 into it. It's in a bin, waiting to get sold. Got sold around Christmas time. Got $33 for it, plus shipping. Always plus shipping on everything. Okay, so these we might have $2 into the set of 6, maybe $3. Got $35.99. Took a while to sell, but it is what it is, you know. There's sealing bags or something like that, but I guess this name, Fresh Lock, sold. Found this for $10, brand new in box, sold. Didn't take long, maybe less than a month, maybe 20 days, maybe 18 days, couple weeks. And got $10 for this. This was in a vintage toolbox we had found and auctioned off on our website. I thought we'd get more for some of these tools, but sold this one for $10. This came out of a pallet lot liquidation kind of deal, $35. We might have a couple dollars into it, max, I would assume, maybe $1.50. This we would have picked up for $10 to $12, maybe a little less, but usually around that area. It had a coffee mark or something. I tried getting this out with so many different, I couldn't get it out. And it had a little crack in the top. I couldn't photograph it, but it sold anyway, $80. And this remote was brand new in the bag kind of deal. Cogeco, which is a TV internet service provider here in Ontario. And $19.99. I think we had a few bucks into it for some reason, but it sold $20. I think we picked this up for $5 or $7 at the auction house. Didn't think it worked at first, sat on a shelf for a long time. Then we retested it with fresh batteries. It worked fine, listed it, $45 out the door. We picked up a box full of records. There was Johnny Cash, there was Beach Boys, there was crooners, there was a lot of different stuff in the box, brand new sealed records. I picked up the whole lot for $5. And I sold out of these crooners records. We found a stock image for it. It's in release of all these oldies here, and I put it $10 on it, and we sold out over the last month and a half, or I think it only took a couple weeks to sell them. So good flip there. I don't remember how much we have in this. It could be a couple dollars, but I think it might have been anywhere up to 20-ish. But we got $20 or $70 for it plus shipping. Very hard item to ship. Find a box for. Finding one at Staples, or a Staples box for it that we had lying around. Very long. It was that or Franken box. But I found one that fitted. This I picked up. I think I might have $12 in it tops. That's Waterdown, Ontario, Salvation Army. Tested it out right there. It worked great. And $70. Nice. Very, very nice. This sold with the stock image. I was worried. For some reason, the stock image carried over on this, and I always rip off the stock image. Anyway, it was used, listed as used, but when it's used, we use our photos, even though they're crappy sometimes. But this photo was crap, but we ended up using the stock image, but it sold. I was worried when it sold because I thought the buyer might have thought it was new, but we had no complaints. Let's just going to move over here. There we go. Okay, same buyer on, these two items. They're 124 scale. We got a couple Dale Earnhardt cars here. I think they went out to buyer out in Quebec or something like that. Both of them, $35 each. So nice little sale there. I think we got about $5 in each car. Bought a bunch of NASCAR stuff off a guy. I don't know if we'll get a NASCAR ever again. It's slow movers, that's for sure. Talk to me in another 6 months or so. Donkey Kong 64, $25. I don't know how much we have in it. We paid $100 for a huge lot of games in the system. We've made money. We're already well into the green on that stuff. So this thing, I don't know where it came from. Maybe a storage locker. So we might have like $1 in it, maybe 50 cents, maybe a quarter. I don't know. $44.99, $45. Very nice. It's something to look out for, these little pocket recorders and little small devices with names like Philips and Sony, good names like that. You look out for these little devices. Can sell, $50 to $70, no problem, and more depending on what it is. $10 for this NASCAR thing. It came out of that lot. It's just a small little dinky car. The fish that got returned in one of my other videos, original Big Mouth Billy Bass, 1999. Anyway, finally sold it, $37.99 to a second buyer. Didn't take very long, and no complaints. No feedback either, but it was a zero feedback buyer, so they probably don't even know the eBay feedback system. Sorry, still talking about this Billy Bass here. Interesting story. If you haven't checked out my last video, do so. This we have maybe $15 in. I think that's about what we paid for it at the store. Buy, sell, trade kind of deal. We got $70 because it was kind of vintage, but it did take a long time to sell. Was I think, yeah, we had the bag, and it looked like it had been used maybe once. Previously opened. Still appears in new condition, it says there. So pretty cool to have something that old lying around that never actually even got used. This was a brand new sealed set of Cobra walkie-talkies, sold for $65. I think we would have had maybe 20 into it. Tops 25, but maybe $20. Johnny Cash. I thought these would sell out faster than the Crooners records. They came in the same box as the Crooners records. I priced these ones up at $17, even higher than the retail sticker there. And I've sold 3 of them. Still got 4 left. So, and yeah, $5 in all of those records. So good little score on that box of records. Same auction house picked up a lot of these. I think it says we had 7 or so. I usually keep that number down. Maybe 9 or 10 of these filters I picked up. I don't know how much we have in them. Maybe $2 a piece. It could be up to $5 a piece, but I can't remember. But we got $25 each. I think we sold 2 to this buyer here for $25 each plus shipping. And this is a pallet law thing from a long time ago. In a toy pallet, I think we picked up. We got $40 for it. It was pretty much new, complete, but open box. I picked this up a long time ago thrifting, and I could have swore left, right, and center that SpongeBob didn't sell. SpongeBob doesn't sell, but I've recently sold, I think, 1 or 2 SpongeBob things. Anyhow, this was a little desktop clock radio, and I think that globe is supposed to light up. There's a little light inside, but it was burnt out. It took a long time to sell. It was one of my first listings on eBay over a year ago, just over a year ago. Mind you, our listings have gotten better on eBay, but this is just one of those items that took a while to sell. Unique, though. I've never seen another one like it. I always thought it was a lot bigger, and then when it came time to ship it, it was only actually that big. I thought it was like a lot bigger. But yeah, it was interesting. There's and I believe it had the power adapter. There's the little bulb I was talking about there. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. I always pull battery chargers out of everything, especially when you're doing liquidation pallets and stuff. You'll get appliances that don't work. I just pull the chargers and I'll sell the chargers for pretty much what I would sell the appliance for sometimes. When I'm doing the local game, I sell stuff for 50% of retail or whatever, and when you can get $35 for just the charger, pretty good. I mean, a Hoover product would be more than $35, but you get what I'm saying. Chargers do well on eBay. This is it sat around a long time. Another thrift pickup, probably $4 to $6 in it. Got $40 for it. I mean, if you got the space, you can pick up stuff like this at the thrift shop, sit on it, and flip it if you want to do the long tail game. But I mean, I don't mind making long tail part of my business, but I really want to focus more on $40 and up products that flip faster though. But I don't mind doing long tail stuff like this if I got $6 in it. If I'm gonna make 40, I put it in a tote in inventory and let sit on it for 6 to 8 months. I'm fine with that. I really am. This is a pallet deal. We probably have $4 or $5 in it, and we finally got $25 for it. And I think this will bring us right to the end of November, guys. So the next video I do after I watch this one and see if there's anything I need to change or whatnot is we'll get into December for the second half, okay? But this was another 124 scale, so bigger car. The Dale Earnhardt, tons of Dale Earnhardt in this lot. And we got $32.99 for this stuff. I bought 2 totes of NASCAR stuff, and I think I paid $50 a tote. It might have been 75. Too much. If I could, 50 would be okay probably. But we listed it all in the summer, and it just sat. And I hoped we would sell some in Q4. And looking back now, after doing this, we did sell some NASCAR stuff, probably enough to almost pay for our investment, because we'll get into December, and I'm sure we sold some in then too. And so check out the next video. I might do it tonight. I might do it tomorrow. I might do it soon, but I want to do more of this live stuff because I don't want to edit. I don't want to edit videos. So thanks for checking it out. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for being there. And I'm going to end this stream. Take care.